have arrived at the Aria Hotel Resort Casino, one of the finer properties in Las Vegas, to continue our BankRollex Challenge session number 5, 2-5 no limit. Texas Hold'em, I believe the max buy-in is $1,000. We're coming in for $1,000. But first, let's talk about what happened the last time I played here. 3 to 4 years ago, my buddy's wife said, hey, let's go play some Texas Hold'em cash games. Let's go to the Aria. I said, sure, no problem, let's do it. We get on the list for 2-5. She gets called for the 2-5 game. She approaches the table, turns around, comes back to me and says, you can take that seat, I don't want it. I said, sure, no problem. Don't mind if I do. I didn't question why she didn't like the seat. Very first hand, I'm under the gun. Dealer says, do you want to be dealt in? I say, do I have to post? He says, no. And I say, of course I want a free hand. I pick up pocket sixes, and like the live cash game pro that I am not, I limp. There's one other limp and the button makes it 25. Looks like some sort of cash game reg. Of course, I put in the call and the other player folds. The flop comes Jack, 6, deuce. Bingo, bango, bongo. Original raiser has about 1,500 chips and I'm eyeing all of them. Action checks to him where he bets 25 again. I figure it's a good time to fast play my holding just in case he has an overpair. I make it the classic 3x to 75. He puts in the call. The turn is a deuce. Hey, boats are good. I go ahead and size up to 125. And he quickly makes it 275. What's he repping? Queens? Kings? Does he put me on a jack? Aces? So my decision is to flat call or shove all in. I'm greedy. I don't want the river to go check. I want to get it while the getting's good. Maybe he has ace deuce. I shove all in for $1,000. Hand number 1 off the deck. He snap calls. The river is a 7. I show my boat and he shows pocket jacks. Set over set. $1,000 gone. A bunch of backpack, iPad, hoodie, Bose headphones guys at the table start laughing at me. And I decide it was just not meant to be and I do not reload and I leave and do the drive of shame. So that's not going to happen today. It's all in the past. The future is unwritten. Let's win thousands of dollars and get closer to that coveted Rolex Datejust 21. Half hour wait, but we get in the 2-5 no limit game buy-in for $1,000. Table looks pretty recreational, so no reason to request a table change just yet, but it's always good to request a seat change. Immediately upon unracking my chips, I notice a familiar sight on the felt. It looks like a pew. But, you know, that's poker. Not the most hygienic humans, but gotta do what you gotta do to get that money and earn this Rolex. So far, the dealers have been very good, and 8 max I really appreciate. A little more leg room and a little more action, I think. Older Caucasian male on my right, open limps the cutoff. I raised the button with ace king of hearts, $20 to go. Asian male who limp jammed for $500 earlier against my 3-bet ace 10 suited nonsense. Defends the big blind and limper folds. We're heads up to a flop. Ace king of hearts. Let's go, baby. Flop comes queen 4-3, 2 hearts. Looks good to me. He checks. I bet $25 and he puts in the call. The turn is a deuce. We now have all the outs. Hopefully he doesn't have ace 5 or 5-6. 2 overs, straight draw and nut flush draw. Of course, we're going to continue to bet to either build the pot or take it down now. I size up to $75, about 80% of the pot, and he puts in the call. Plan is to shut down on the river unless we improve. The river is the ace of diamonds, so we now beat all of his queen X combos, but we lose to 5x and his random ace wheel hands. So when he checks to us, although we do have top, I think on this board texture, it's going to be tough to be getting value from worse. So we check behind. He shows queen 10 offsuit, and we take down a nice pot. I must say I do enjoy the water temperature of the men's bathroom. Just the perfect lukewarmness. It's the little things that really count when it comes to a property in Las Vegas. So shout out to the Aria. And as you can see, the burger lounge has been transformed into Posh Burger. Part of my reason for coming here today is to try either the $24 Wagyu special burger or the $100 Posh. As you can see in the screenshot, I was told it's open till midnight or later, but I just walked by it. It's 10 o'clock and it looks like they're closing down. I'm pretty bummed. We might have to do this at a later date. Time to go pick up a mystery guest from the Flamingo. Who is the D-list artist, you ask? Stay tuned and find out.
You just tower over people. I'm like not short, and this is painful, dude. You like hunch a little?
It's okay. We're not naked.
Not yet.
Then you'd really be embarrassed.
Not yet. And we're out.
And we have arrived at a destination I have not been at in many, many years. A lot of people say, Boski, why do you boycott the Venetian? Well, there's many reasons. And I've often said there's only one reason I'd ever come back to the Venetian. It's for one restaurant in particular. And tonight's the night. Everything else seems to be closed, even though it's just midnight. So we are here with a special guest to eat at the Grand Lux. Welcome.
Every move that I make, every promise I break, I'll be there for you.
What's up, guys? Hi.
Are you camera shy?
No, I'm not camera shy. I just don't understand. What am I supposed to introduce myself in
Yes.
third person?
People, hi, my name is
Hi, my name's Alex. That's my real name.
Alex.
And yeah, I'm here getting food with Jeff Boski.
What do you do for a living, Alex?
I'm a musician.
A musician. Play the saxophone? Trombone?
Play the skin flute, actually. It's just, you're just embarrassing me. I'm gonna be berated for this like consistently in my poker future, you know, because everyone I know watches the vlog, right? And then they're gonna be like, you look like a clown on Boski's vlog, and I'll be like, yes, accurate, correct, true.
They're your words. They will just be edited to make you look good.
Thanks. Just edit it so that it just chops it up like every word, so I say something I didn't say.
The more words you say, the more we can alter. You've never been to Venetian before.
No, I've never been to Deach. I boycotted because of the frightening size of the shit.
We have boycotted Venetian, but we are here to enjoy Grand Lux. You might know him as... Any nicknames?
Me? Alex, man.
We're here with Alex. Just a Russian...
Just Alex.
Just a Russian male.
Ages 20 to 30.
Don't be thrown off by the face tats. With blinds at $2, $5, we've chipped up from 1,000 to 1,200. Feeling good, table pretty soft, a lot of limping. Limping ain't easy, but it sure is fun. Folds to me in the hijack. I looked down at Ace Jack offsuit, AKA Alan Jackson. Raised it up to 15. Asian male on my left folds, and guy in a ponytail 3-bets me from the button to $45. He's got about $1,500 in front of him. Deep stack poker. What do you do with Ace Jack out of position? I'll tell you what we do. We show him who's boss, 3x his shit, $135 to go. He doesn't think long and he puts in the call. This is bad news. He's going to have a stronger range than us. Considering we have Ace Jack, he's probably not calling with Ace 10 or King Queen. Let's see a flop. Let's see if we can rep aces. The flop comes Queen, 4-3 Rainbow. We could have pocket queens, might even have ace queen here. Kings or aces, all possible. Let's rep it. Slight down bet out of position to $125. Trying to brute force that fold. Make him question his pocket jacks, pocket tens, get him to fold out ace king. He calls. My heart's beating. I'm thinking about why didn't I just fold pre-flop? The turn brings an offsuit 8. Now what? Do we just give up or do we continue our story and barrel all of our hard-earned money away? Just like my man Andy Dufresne said, we get busy living or we get busy dying. $300 is the bet I place in the middle. He goes deep into the tank. I try to look as confident as possible. I have about 600 behind, setting up that river jam. This is the inflection point. This is you want to play for stacks. We do have range advantage, even though our hand sucks, and he eventually folds. I contemplate showing the bluff, because people usually don't put in these big bluffs in cash games, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. I'm a man of the people. I'm just here to take your money, and we take down a nice pot for the baby. I had a lot of questions about this ace-jack offsuit hand, so I hit up my man Ben CB, owner of RaiseYourEdge.com, and he provided me with an in-depth review of this ace-jack aggressive line that I took. So we do fire the last barrel for $300. Okay, how often is Villain supposed to continue with nines, jacks facing a bet on the turn? I'm going to go 20%. Wrong. 50% of the time. Wow. Sticky. Show explanation. I love these explanations. Thank you, Ben CB, for taking the time to run these PIO solves and educate us. Listen up, guys. This is a lot of information.
You see that for villain, of course, he continues all the queen X. He also continues with ace 4, ace 3. But nines to jacks are really bad. It wants to continue some of the time simply because, yeah, otherwise he would be massively overfolding and we would be printing with our bluffs. I would advise you against population just to fold on the turn. A, it's very marginal, and B, people are not so creative having so many 4-bet bluffs. And also, as you can see, you might need some very unnatural double barrels on the turn, like ace jack and ace king, where a lot of people, when they don't turn a draw, are usually slowing a little bit down. So it's much better to continue with a hand like ace 4, ace 3. You block ace queen, you block aces, which is quite good. And you have also more equity against a hand like kings or ace queen, right? You can make maybe not ace queen, but like king queen or pocket kings. You have an additional overcard. You can make trips, so you have 5 outs instead of 2 outs. So this really helps. When we see, if we look at the EV of ace 4 suited, we have between 7 and 14.6. Tens is pretty much break even. Even ace 5, even though it's a gut shot, right, is so much better. I mean, I would probably fold the gut shot hand here as well. The EV of ace 5, and this is something you need to be aware of, is when your opponent checks on the river. So let's say call, the river is a 9, and then your opponent gives up his ace jack, his ace 10, or checks ace 9, or whatever he might have double barreled with, that you bluff your ace 5. We can see that here. So you have to pull the trigger every single time. And this is where I'm always teaching people to connect the dots. So if you feel like you want to call the ace 5, then you need to be aware of the fact, because your opponent is mostly bluffing ace highs, right? Ace jack, ace 10, ace king, ace 4, maybe for protection, right? That you have to really pull the trigger with ace 5 once it's checked to you. If you check behind because you think you have showdown value, you lose against ace jack, then this 7 point, let's say the ace 5 and heart, 7.86 will turn minus EV because you're not winning the pot often enough. So this is of course where the solver understands that even though we don't improve, we're going to be winning often enough. And also if your opponent is tight and he's not going to have these ace high bluffs and you can bluff him off from these hands on the river, then it's also really bad to call here. So keep that in mind and don't overcall on the turn. And I would advise you to slightly overfold and play these spots a little bit more, careful, either in cash game, but especially in tournaments where you want to be really aware of protecting your tournament life and not engage in these very marginal spots.
Check out the Raise Your Edge paired course today. All my promo codes are in the description. This Ace Jack off quiz was custom made thanks to Ben CB. I will be uploading the full 20-minute highlight video of this Ace Jack hand breakdown. So hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. You're not going to want to miss what the supercomputers have to say about this Ace Jack off bluff. In for 1,000, out for $1,767. Great progress. We are getting closer and closer to my dream Rolex. Let's keep the party going, and this concludes session 5. Stay tuned for some food porn. Oh, look at that grilled chicken goodness, salad, Asian nachos. Oh, look at that burger. Shout out to Jaman and Burton. We got that carrot cake.
Good luck to my man Jeff Boski on his BankRollex challenge. And you know what? If he pulls that off, I might have to pull out the Casio calculator watch challenge with the vinyl band leading up to that nice plastic bezel. Y'all don't know about that though. But good luck, Jeff.